everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about the home buying timeline process, and I'm going to get started right now. Hey everyone, my name's Jamey Prezzi. I'm a real estate agent in Miami and Miami Beach, and today I'm going to go over the home buying process timeline. But before I get started with that, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for tuning in. I do put out new videos every single week, so if you don't want to miss another update, hit the subscribe button below so that you'll be informed when I publish a new video. Also, down below, I've added my home buying process timeline for you to download for free. So if you would like to get that, or my ultimate house hunting checklist, I've provided links for both of those below. Make sure that you use the link, put your information in, and I will send that to you immediately. Okay, let's get started. Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk to you about the home buying process timeline. It takes a little bit of time to prepare for purchasing a property, and so I always like to give our buyers an idea about the timeline so that you can best prepare. Maybe you have a lease you need to finish up, maybe you need to sell a property in order to buy a new one. So there's a lot of little details that go into it, and I think that providing a timeline helps people to see the picture of what happens a little bit more clearly. Now, I will say, this is a very generic timeline. There are about 180 steps involved in purchasing a property. We organize all of that for our buyers, but I just want to give you a brief overview of what to expect. So first, we want to sit down and have a meeting with you. Obviously, we can do that on Skype, as a conference call, whatever you want to do that works best for you. But we just want to pull all the parties together who are involved in this process, have a meeting, and just discuss the overall idea about what you want to do. You can do this before or after the meeting, but we also want you to get approved if you need financing. It's important because there's a lot of information that you need to give the lender, and you really just don't want to be doing that once you find the house. It's just too tedious of a process, and it'll make your life a lot easier if you can focus on that before we actually start looking at properties in person. In addition to that, I just don't want to be sending you the wrong properties, because sometimes once you find out how much the taxes and insurance costs are with the loan every month, you may not want to spend that type of money. You may want to put yourself on a budget for the type of property that you want to buy just based on those expenses. Because we do live in an area that's, very close to the water. We have hurricane situations that factor into the insurance, and also the type of property that you're interested in buying will go into the cost of insurance. So if you're buying a property that needs a lot of work, for instance, the roof is older, the plumbing is really old, the electric's really old, that can increase the cost of insurance. So there's just a lot of details that go into that. I can't go over that all right now. I'm happy to discuss that with you in person, but just know that it's very important to get pre-approved. I know people don't feel like doing it. It's the boring part, it's the tedious part, but honestly, it is the most important part because it will save you a lot of time in terms of looking at the wrong properties. Okay, so the next part is searching. Obviously, everyone likes to go out and look at properties. That's the funnest part. And the next part is making the offer on the property. And in Florida, our offers become the actual contract by which the transaction is governed. So just know that. And then from there, we do negotiations, and it can take a few tries to get the right property. Maybe we're dealing with a seller who's not super motivated, so you want to move on to a different property. There's all different types of situations that happen. We usually like to try to get an answer back within 24 to 48 hours, but just know that sometimes it can take a week, sometimes it can take longer, and sometimes it's shorter. There's just nothing set in stone for the timeline. And then the next thing is the contract. So the contract provides you the timeline to obtain financing and inspections. And obviously, once you go under contract, we create a timeline with your attorney to make sure we're all on the same page with the dates. So now you're under contract with the property. So you and the seller have agreed to all the terms. And now we start doing inspections, the appraisal, and then the final details. And then we prep for closing, and then you close. So between this inspection process, number 8 and number 11, there are a lot of details that go into this whole transaction. Like I said, about 180 steps, and there are inspectors involved. You're going to have a title company and possibly an attorney if you use a title company that has an attorney. You will have the lenders going to be involved, but this is what you need to know. You don't have to worry about this because this is when we come in and we pull all of those vendors together to make sure that everyone is on the same page and that you can move forward to closing. So as you know, this is just a quick timeline to give you an idea of what to expect, but it will take about 30 to 45 days to close if you need financing, and then 15 days if you're paying cash. My name is Jamey Prezzi, and we specialize in selling real estate in Miami and Miami Beach. You can go on our website at thepretzis.com and look at all of our client testimonials. We're very, very proud of our client testimonials. We've been in business since 2006, and we live in Miami Beach with our son, and we work from South Miami into parts of Broward. And you can follow us online at The Pretzis on Instagram, on Facebook at The Pretzis, and our website, thepretzis.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.